Hey friends, and welcome back to a new video. Today I thought I'd do a more fun and more relaxed video, one where you can just sit back and relax. And I thought I'd go back to a classic format of video and show you what is in my bag. Okay, so first let's talk about the bag. So this is my favorite bag. I bought this in Shanghai back when I was living in Shanghai. It was when I was just about to move out of home, move to Germany for college. I went shopping one last time with my mom and I was looking for a kind of good quality leather tote bag. And my mom and I came across this really kind, lovely old man who was making leather goods in this really tiny, almost like a telephone booth by the side of the street. It was of course bigger than a telephone booth, maybe as big as 4 or 5, not too big. It was very tiny. We could go in and see all the things that he had made kind of hung up. It was very tiny. He was working at a small desk and he was super kind, and I bought this beautiful black leather bag. I opted for black because it's timeless, classic. And I remember, I think my mom getting the same one in red, and she's also really happy with her bag. The quality is great. I've carried so many incredibly heavy things, including groceries. So yeah, this is very durable, very sturdy, and it still looks really good, even though this is, I think now 5 years old, or 5 to 6 years old. And I'm going to show you guys what's inside. So the way the bag is structured is same with, I think, most tote bags. It's just one big compartment. There is a smaller side compartment here where I store these smaller miscellaneous things, but we're going to go into the big compartment first. The first thing I'm grabbing out of here is this. So this is my book. I keep my book in here. The reason why I put it into this cloth pouch is because, as I said, it's one big compartment in here. Things fly about, and the books that come out at the end of the day look rather beat up. And most of the books that we have are my boyfriend's books, and he takes incredible care of his things, of his books. And he just doesn't like it when someone borrows his things and ruins them. When I borrow his things, they're not in that perfect, meticulous state anymore. And he doesn't really like that, which is understandable. So I'm trying to take better care of my things and his things and our things. So I sewed myself this cloth pouch out of an old pillowcase. It has this flowery detail on one side and is just brown, khaki brown on the other side. And I have leather drawstrings to close it, which don't work so perfectly. And this has definitely helped with keeping my books look better or prettier. Currently I have in here To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I'm about halfway through and I absolutely love this book so far. I would highly recommend this to anyone. It's a classic. Fun fact, this is actually the first book that Harper Lee ever published and wrote. And this book also won the Pulitzer Prize, which is just mind-blowing that her first ever book won the Pulitzer Prize and became a classic. And I understand why. I really love this book, so I highly recommend. The last video I uploaded is a book recommendation on books that have changed my life. So if you're interested in any book recommendations, check out that video. So next up we have an umbrella. I don't always have this in my bag since it is kind of heavy, but if I look at my weather app and I know that it's supposed to or going to rain today, I will put my umbrella into my bag. I love that this is compact, and I also like that this is, or actually no, this is not one of those automatically opening ones. The one I had before was a automatically opening one. I'm always really conflicted with umbrellas. Should I buy the expensive version? Will that last me longer, or should I just go with the cheapest option? This time I'm trying out a more expensive one. Before that I had a flimsy one. We'll see how that holds up. Then next up we have some tissue paper. For some reason I'm one of the few people that has tissue paper with me. In school I was always the one needing tissue paper, never having tissue paper, but now I'm the one, I feel like the only one with tissue paper. I have been in a lecture at uni once, and the professor needed and wanted a tissue paper. No one, surprisingly, in the lecture hall of about 100 people had any tissue paper. I was the only one. And yeah, the professor was really thankful that I had some tissue. Then next up we have, this is what I kind of call my emergency kit. So I have a bunch of things that I could need that can be really helpful if the time comes. So first off, hand cream, especially in the winter. This is really essential. And now during this time of this virus and epidemic, we're washing our hands all the time. My hands get really dry, so this is an essential. This one is by this German drugstore brand called Alverde, and it is a organic, natural brand, which I really love. This one smells like gummy bears, which threw me off at the beginning, but I would recommend this. Then next up we have some blotting paper. I think this is from Muji. I bought this quite a while ago. I am someone that tends to get quite oily around my forehead and just here in the T-zone, and this blotting paper, especially in the summer, is very helpful. I'm someone that doesn't like to powder over if I'm already oily. I just feel like if I powder over my already powdered and oily face, it will create this cakey mess, and I just prefer using blotting paper. Then next up we have some Band-Aid. This was kind of like a commercial gift. Not super pretty, but you never know when you're going to need Band-Aids, and when you do, you're going to be happy that you have some, and it's really small and compact. Then we have a mirror. This is one that I received as a gift long ago when I was in school. Just a double-sided mirror, very handy. I've needed this a bunch of time, whether it's checking to see if your makeup is run or if you have spinach in your teeth. Having a small mirror like that is always handy. Then I have a miniature version of sunscreen. I'm someone that does wear sunscreen every single day, even in winter. And if for some reason I forgot that day, which hardly is the case, or if the sun is suddenly really bright and really strong and I haven't put sunscreen on my arms, then I will use this. And also, fun fact, especially during the summer, I make sure to put sunscreen on my feet because I like to wear these white Keds shoes, and if you know Keds, then you'll know that your ankle is exposed and the front part and all the way around, and I tend to get a striped tan over there during summertime, so I try to use sunscreen, protect my skin, and try to not get that not so flattering tan. Then next up we just have a hair clip that is useful for specific emergency situations where you just need your hair out of your way. And usually I also have a hair tie in here, but I gave that to a girl that desperately needed a hair tie, and I had a spare for her, which is why this emergency kit is so helpful, not only for me, but sometimes for the people around me. But since I'm now a hair tie short, I'm going to add one in here. Then we have some female sanitary pads, I'm going to call this. I'm not going to take that out and show you guys. Then we have a lip balm. This one is by Cartier. I think this is a French brand. This is quite expensive for my taste. I think this costs 3 to 4 euros for a lip balm, which is pretty expensive. But this is my absolute favorite lip balm. The smell, the consistency, everything. And this is also a organic, natural brand that you can find at the drugstore, at least here in Germany. So I really love this one. And last but not least, I have some Nurofen, just some painkillers just in case I get a super bad headache. I am someone that gets migraines quite a lot, sadly. So this is just good for emergencies. So I'm just gonna put all this back. Also, I'm kind of interested to know if you guys have this or some type of emergency kit of this sort in your bag, because I don't know anyone else that does this, but I feel like this is a really good, handy bag to have in your bag. Yeah, this has come in handy quite a few times. Then next we have a water bottle, a reusable one. I'm always someone that leaves the house with a filled reusable water bottle. I, to be honest, don't really understand people that go out of their house without bringing any water because, I don't know, how little do you drink is my question then always, because I do drink quite a lot during the day, and if I don't bring some type of reusable water bottle, I will then have to purchase some kind of water bottle, and that is just, my opinion, waste of money and waste of plastic. So I recommend everyone getting or bringing along a reusable water bottle. If your bag isn't as big as this and you can't fit such a big size, you can get a smaller size water bottle, or maybe even just a collapsible cup, just something where you can drink water out of without having to buy a water bottle. Now that was it for the bigger compartment. Now I'm going to go and dive into the smaller compartment. First thing I'm getting out of here is my headphones. I keep them in this tiny little pouch. This pouch I got as a gift from my brother, which was super nice of him. I think he got it somewhere on a trip. He was somewhere on a trip, and it was super kind that he thought of me and got me this beautiful pouch. I love the design. I think it's super beautiful. The zipper has broken on me. I was so sad and I really didn't wanted to keep this, so I sewed a zipper back on, but I'm so happy that I have this again and it works. Then next up, I have my wallet. I have a super small wallet. I used to have a bigger one, or I still do have that one that I also received as a gift. Yeah, the bigger one I really loved, but it was too big for my taste. I then opted for this smaller one because this one I can also just stick into my jacket pocket, and it's just really handy. The only thing that I would maybe complain about is that there is just one zipper compartment, and I have notes and coins in here. So every time I need a coin, I have to dump everything out on my hand and then look for the coins and then put everything back in. Also, when it comes to the question of paying by cash or card, I'm someone that prefers to pay by cash. It's psychological for me. When I pay by cash, I have more of a sense of how much I'm actually spending, whereas if I'm just using my card, it's less tangible. Next in here we have, I'm not even sure what this is called, blister plasters. Well, for when you get a blister on your foot. This is also one of those emergency things. I don't know why it's not in here, but to be honest, I'm not even sure if I've ever used this. I think once, 1 or 2 years ago, I was wearing new shoes and they were super painful, and I bought these. And yeah, these are, I guess, helpful if you have painful new shoes. Next up, we have a lipstick case with no lipstick inside, but this is really handy because it has a tiny mirror where you can just about see your lips, and you can put on your lipstick and it holds it at the same time. So I really love this. I'm not sure where the lipstick has gone. I probably have it somewhere else in another bag. Then I have a pen. A pen is also something that is super handy, whether you're traveling, having to put your name down on a ticket, or when you're going through customs, having to put your name down somewhere, or just to write down anything. A pen is always handy to have, and also often something that others have to borrow from me because they don't have a pen. Yeah, a pen is also always handy to have. Then next up we have a USB stick. This was probably from when I needed to print something. We don't have a printer, so we also have to go to this printer shop to print things out, so I always have it on my USB stick. This one is pretty bad. I feel like I have really bad luck when it comes to technology. I feel like I always get the malfunctioning version that goes with laptops that I've had, phones that I've had, and now this USB stick that does not want to work properly. Then next up we have a lip gloss. This is also a natural organic lip gloss from Terra Naturi, also from here in Germany. I think this is a exclusive German brand. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. And in the beginning, I didn't like this at all. I didn't like the smell, I didn't like the finish, but now I'm coming to love this. So when this is done, I would buy this again. All that is remaining is garbage or trash. I don't know, old wrapping paper, an old receipt. It's even so old, I can't really tell what I bought because it's rubbed off. That is extremely embarrassing. And 2 loose coins. One that isn't even a European coin. It's a Chinese coin. Okay, that's funny and weird. How long has that been in there? So that just goes to show how often I clean out my bag. I should probably do it more. I'm going to use a special occasion where my bag is empty and clean it out in a second after this video. Let me know what is something that you have in your bag that you feel like I should always carry in my bag. That would be super interesting to me. And I definitely feel like my bag says about me that I'm, for one, prepared, hence the emergency kit, but also a little all over the place, hence the book cover that I had to make for myself to stop from destroying my books, and hence the garbage that is in here. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you found this entertaining and insightful, and let me know if there's something else you'd like to see. I thought this was fun. This was also really insightful for me, what is actually in my bag. You are new to this channel and don't know me, I'm Sylvia from Casual Cravings, and I'd love to inspire you and help you master healthy eating, but also healthy living. But then sometimes we also have more fun videos like today. So be sure to check out my channel. I post twice weekly currently, and I'd love it if you stick around and subscribe. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.